All right, so if you want to know how to do the FOIL method, this is something I was raised upon. This is the best stuff on earth. Foiling, you'll never forget it. You start off by foiling. You got your first, outside, inside, last. Here is your set of binomials, x plus 3, x minus 6, and you can see I color-coded this and everything. So the first two terms of your binomials are x and x. So you're just multiplying them as you see in the blue right there in the top. So your first terms, your f, is x times x, which gives you x squared. Again, whatever the variable may be, it may not be x, but you would just multiply them and you get the x squared part. Again, obviously there's different variations of this. If there's numbers in front of them, you would multiply the numbers just like you normally would too. Then we're going to do the magenta color, which is the O. Those are the outside two numbers. So the outside two numbers here, as you can see indicated by that pink arrow, is the x and the negative 6. So I've laid that out so you can see that. X times the negative 6 gives me negative 6x. Super, super simple. Next one is the I, which is the inside two terms. Those would be these two things right here. So the 3 and the x, you can see as the arrow is pointing to, you multiply those two. 3 times x gives me 3x. And then L stands for last. So the last two terms, that would be the last term in both of the binomials. So the 3 and the negative 6 multiply to get me negative 18. Now, generally speaking, if the binomials are set up this general speak like way, where you have the x and then the constant, x then constant, then typically your O and your I should be able to combine when you do this, as you can see in this description right here. So these were all the numbers that you see right here are all just listed right here. And as you can see, the negative 6x and the positive 3x, we can combine because they are like terms. And we end up with this as my finalized answer. Just as a quick thing, if I'm asked to do the degree of this polynomial, the degree of this polynomial is 2. That is the highest degree that this is talking about. And so that's how you go ahead and find out using the FOIL method. Now, if you were raised like me on the FOIL method, then life is good. But nowadays, we do what's called the rectangle method. So using that same kind of concept, but a little bit different. So if you are not familiar with this method, it's really simple. It's also called the area method or the area model. So we have x plus 3, x plus 4. As you can see, I just made 4 boxes. There are 4 terms, 4 boxes. X plus the 3 goes here, or it can go here. It doesn't really make a difference. And then the x plus the 4 down here. And then you just find the area of each of the boxes. X times x gives me x squared. 3 times x gives me 3x. Then we have x times 4 gives me 4x, and then 4 times 3 gives me 12. So I just kind of wrote the dimensions on top and bottom so you can see left and right, so you can see them the same things. So you're just finding the area of each of the boxes, put all the dimensions on there, add whatever's combinable. In this case, the combinable two terms are these two terms right here, the 4x and the 3x. Those two add up to 7x's, leaving me with my finalized term. As you can see, here's the boxes. Combined and condensed give you that answer right there. So whether you're a FOIL kind of kid or a rectangle method kind of kid, either one hopefully should help you with factoring and then multiplying binomials so you can kind of go back and forth between the two types of things. And if you want more questions like these, find them on my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at U1Algebra. All of these are located in my quadratic formulas portion or my quadratic functions portion of my playlist. Don't forget to like, share, follow me for more, save this for later, and I will see you soon.